Hi guys, I'm back. I'm back. Just having a chat with you guys. The whole FIFA thing, honestly, is so frustrating. But I think genuinely there's something wrong with YouTube Elgato. I've seen a few people having issues with the streams as well, where they're just cutting off and they're a bit laggy. My internet, I've checked it. I've reset it this morning again. All the software was reset as well. I genuinely don't know what more I can do. I tried the StreamYard and it just kept crashing. It was a bit laggy, so I didn't really want to risk that. So yeah, I've decided to just have a chat with you guys and let you know how you're all doing. And yeah, we'll have a chat about what we're doing in lockdown. I've got to finish this game against Palace as well. It's still running here. I've paused it. But I didn't want you guys just to think I'll just bail on you. I'll have a little chat with you. People blaming Rahul. Rahul, it's not your fault, don't worry. If it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong, isn't it? It's just one of them things. But I'm all right, guys. Don't worry about it. It's one of them things, and life goes on. I can't believe Werner missed that header. I've just seen the replay here anyway. But what I will do, as I have done most of the times, to be fair, I'll record a video for tomorrow and I'll put it up at 11 o'clock and I'll premiere it and I'll join in the chat. That seems the only way at the minute I can get my FIFA content out. Doesn't want me to do a live stream. Good day to everyone. I hope you're good. Good day from Australia. Andy, I hope you're good. Appreciate that. I hope your family are well as well out in Australia and everyone is safe. Some dude, hello to you. Hope you're good. Doug, Mr. E, thank you for coming back in and jumping back on. I appreciate that. What is this rant about, by the way? This rant is about FIFA. I've just been trying to do a FIFA stream. I've had to quit it again because YouTube is just having constant issues. Elgato, wherever it is, something just doesn't want me to do a live stream. And it started off so well as well. I was feeling so positive, thinking we've got the live stream going, can talk to people in the chat, but it's just not working out for me. So I will record, and obviously I'll let you know who I'll get on against Crystal Palace. Twisted, I will let you know who I'll get on. I promise you. But yeah, it's just frustrating to know that you can't go live and do it. Everyone loves the FIFA streams. I love doing the FIFA streams, and it's unfortunate that I can't do it live at the minute. But I will make sure I pre-record and obviously put an episode out tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Rahul, stop saying sorry, honestly. It's not your fault. It's not your... I didn't even touch anything. All I did was turn my mic up after you mentioned it. I think it was just destined to break anyway. So honestly, do not worry. The big game tomorrow. Yes, I'm looking forward to it, HG. I know Claude and the Bouncers are doing a watch along again. Craig from Anfield Gentry is going to be on there as well, so I think I'll be tuning into that definitely. Technology can be so frustrating sometimes. Alex, trust me, it's frustrating, but it's out of my hands, completely out of my hands. I've done everything I can do. BT have been out. I've reset the internet again this morning just in case. I've done everything, but just one of them things. Maybe thought about streaming on Twitch. You know what, Jordan? That's a good point. I think I might look into it. I tried StreamYard earlier. It was just a bit laggy because StreamYard ultimately was just recording my game capture software, and I think the game capture software there's an issue with that. So Twitch might be a way forward, definitely. Some dude, lockdown has been it's tough. I can't lie, it is tough not being seeing my grandparents. I know a lot of people are feeling the same as me as well, but ultimately I'm healthy. This thing with Cummings yesterday was an outrage because obviously Boris has defended him when he's travelled to Durham, what so many 100 miles, he's broken the lockdown rules. Stuff like that is not helping, is it? We've already mentioned footballers are breaking the boundaries and they're going out and not following the rules, and then you've got literally members of parliament doing the same thing. Doesn't look good. And Twitter last night, I had to come off it, to be honest with you, because Twitter was just full. I saw Cummings everywhere, Boris out everywhere. Everybody was so negative, and I had to just stay off it last night because it was frustrating. But let me know in the chat, guys, what's your take on that? What's your take on the fact that Cummings was seen out and about during the lockdown period? He said he was after childcare. Everyone is obviously saying that is a lie. He didn't get childcare. Yeah, just not good, is it? It's not good to see when members of parliament are literally going against what they're saying that we need to be doing. And it's just creating more tension. I think it's creating more friction. And if anything, it's making people want to rebel more. They're going to think, if you're doing it, well, I'm going to do it as well then. And it's just going to encourage people to go out, especially bank holiday today. It's sunny. I'm expecting to see a lot of people out on my bike ride. I really am. And I think that that is just sending the wrong message out, isn't it? And it's frustrating. But as I've already mentioned, it's one law for them and one law for us. It's always been the same. It's always been the same in country. In the UK, MPs get a free ride, and it is a joke. Someone said there, Boris is a joke. Coming to a disgrace, one rule for him and Parliament and another for us, says Grant. Exactly. But that's the way it's always been. The same with footballers. It's one rule for them. They're above the law in some senses, and it's frustrating. Saying he was travelling to his parents for childcare, says Seamus. Yep. I've never seen Twitch streams. It should be interesting. I'm going to do some research on that tonight, guys, and I'll get back to you. I'll do a tweet later on about the Twitch stream. That could be a way that we go forwards. I've just never used it before. But yeah, it seems good. I don't care if you needed childcare, then that's fair. No one expected to get ill and able to look after their kid. If he was found partying with 50 people, then I could understand it. Says Mr. E. Yeah, I think the point was didn't he take his wife out for a birthday or something as well? He took his wife out for his birthday, I believe. The coming stories of witch hunts against him now. One thing I will say is I saw the clip of the press all ganging around him like hyenas. That was horrible. That was disgusting. It's just we're in a country full of hypocrites. Get my words out. We're in a country full of hypocrites. How can you be labelling someone saying he's going against the rules, he's going against the lockdown restrictions, and then you're literally within 2 meters of the next person, ganging around him, pressuring him? I don't think it's an absolute joke. I mean, again, you're just portraying the wrong message, and I don't agree with that either. Of course, I don't agree with what Cummings did, but I definitely don't agree with him being bombarded and harassed by the press the way that he has been as well. I don't think that's right either. Monk, he's letting you message. I can see your messages. Don't worry. You said Boris is off his head. Some are definitely going on with Boris, yeah. If they went out for a birthday, then that's naughty. But if it's to keep the child safe, and that's fair. Exactly. I think that we need clarification. I believe that his excuse was childcare, but I think in reality he actually took his wife out to Durham, was it, for a birthday? But again, like I say, I think the people ganging around him afterwards, I don't agree with that. Piers Morgan, a lot of stuff he has said during this has been great, but it's so obvious he's got a political agenda. Just anything to get people irate and cause friction against Boris, when really we should be trying to unite everybody, and it's not. It's just tearing people apart. And the press doing that, I think, is just doing that even more. It's just getting people angry. And like I say, as much as Cummings, of course, I'm disgusted by what happened and the fact that Boris backed him. I don't agree with that at all. But to bombard him, to be like hyenas around him, I think is disgusting. There's one woman there who's literally grilling him, and I think it's horrible. Twitch is the main platform for live streaming games, says it's G. Yeah, I think we'll turn to that. Looks anything is going to be better than YouTube at the minute, surely. So I'll definitely to have a look about it. Seamus, enjoy work. I hope it goes well. I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you're staying safe. We're in a country full of hypocrites. The press are ganging up on him and not following social distancing rules. They're breaking the same rules they are as ganging up on him, and the ones that he's apparently broken. Exactly. That's what point. The hypocrites are going against what they're trying to prove a point and trying to belittle this guy who's been out during social distancing or been out during lockdown. Yet they're out during lockdown. They're getting way too close to him, putting so much pressure on him. What's he going to take? Is he going to take for someone to commit suicide until they're satisfied? I don't understand the press in this country. Why have they got to grill people and bombard people and put pressure on people? Well, there's no need for it. Just to try and sell a few papers. I hate it. I hate the whole culture of it. Manchester United should swap Alexis Sanchez for Igalo ASAP. What's you thinking, Sam? Bring Alexis Sanchez back? What? No, not for me. Not for me. I'm afraid if you're taking your wife out when you're told us that you can't do it, he needs to stand down. Right, yeah, I think that'd be the right decision. But I'm not saying I'm sticking up for him. It's completely wrong what he's done. Of course it is. I just don't agree with the press, the way they were harassing him in the street openly. And like I say, not sticking to social distance guidelines. It seems hypocritical to do that. The press and the country and the media are a joke in our country. They are. I completely agree. From the off, we've had so many unanswered questions. We've said that we needed to lock down a lot sooner than we did. I think it was too late. We've only just stopped travelling to our country. I think people who travel into the country and they've been quarantined for 2 weeks, that should have happened ages ago. It's far too late. And yeah, so many lives could have been saved, I believe, if the country acted differently. What I will say, though, is I'm very impartial. I've got nothing against Boris, to be honest with you. And I just think that it was the impossible job when he took over, and nobody expected a pandemic like this. And I would not like to be Boris making the decision, because he's going to piss people off either way. But I do think that we could have acted very differently, and Boris has to take some stick for that. Of course he does. But you can't come out and back Cummings when he's been out during lockdown. This is where Boris needed to gain the trust of the people. And for me, he's lost a lot of trust by doing that. Too many comings and goings in the government. It's twisted. I see what you did there. I like it. Definitely too many comings and goings. Would you swap Igalo for Sancho? Yes, Don. I would. Alex, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to give you the content, obviously, that you came for today, but at least we can get a bit of a... I normally do a Richard's ramble, don't I? But this is a Richard's rant, because I'm hating FIFA and YouTube and everything that goes with it at the minute. Hi, Self. The press never learned. They went after Caroline Flack and then had her killed, and now they're trying the same on Cummings. Yeah, and then afterwards there were so many tweets saying how sorry they feel for this person and now they didn't deserve to die. And yeah, it's like I say, a country full of hypocrites. The UK is full of hypocrites. Sanchez, stupid autocorrect. No, I would keep Igalo, to be honest with you. I think Igalo He's a goal scorer. We need a goal scorer. He'd be willing to sit on the bench. So yeah, I would definitely Sanchez. I would sell. I would sell Sanchez. Terry is better than Goldbridge. Grant says Boris is a coward and has done nothing during the pandemic. A lot of people believe that was he really ill. There's a lot of conspiracies that believe that he wasn't because he didn't cough while he was doing his speech and whatnot. For me, he looked really ill, to be honest with you. I thought he looked really ill. Signed Tonali for CDM. Yeah, Tonali, doesn't he go up to like a 90 rated or 91 rated? I've heard quite a lot about him. Might be one that I'll look at in the summer, definitely, because I'm going to be getting Mbappe, hopefully, if I don't get sacked. So then I should have just a little bit of money left, enough to get Tonali. But yeah, it's a good shout, definitely. But I think someone like Fred or Partey may have to give way for that to happen. Sophie, if you didn't sign Wan-Bissaka, would you take Hakimi from Dortmund? I really like him, but I'm happy with Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, he's definitely a promising young fullback. Obviously got a goal in his game as well. Yeah, he's a good player, but Wan-Bissaka will take over him purely because defensively he is unbeatable 9 times out of 10. They went out for Princess Diana too. Do you think they give two poops about Flacco coming? Note that animals, the press are vile. Mr. E, I agree with you, but how often do we see it where they're baiting people and putting too much pressure on them, but then they backtrack the second something bad happens? It's horrible. Ben says Sky Sports were reporting yesterday that Josh King will be available in the summer. I've heard that 4 of the top teams are after him. Is that right? Obviously, we went in for him. But I don't know. Josh King, I think, is a decent player. He has quite a few injuries. I don't really want him at United, if I'm totally honest. I think I would have taken him in January if we had no other option as a striker because we needed a striker. We've got a Garlo in. But is Josh King the answer? I don't think he is. But apparently 4 top teams are after him. Mark calls him Toenail. Love that. The comments are not updating at my end, bloody YouTube. CHG, it's not just me. YouTube is having an absolute mare. But it's not just me who's got stories. Like I say, I know I've been very unfortunate with it. And I've done everything I can on my end. But yeah, I think everyone is having issues with YouTube at the minute, which maybe why Twitch is the way to go. I'm going to have a look at it. I know Rants went over to Twitch, didn't he? And there's quite a lot of his streaming on there. So I'm going to do a bit of research later and see what I can do. Rahul said it's a no from me for Josh King. Yeah, Josh King is a decent player, don't get me wrong, but he's not the answer for me, to be honest with you. There was a rumour going around about Ryan Fraser that Bournemouth was a player that got the virus. Well, if it is, and whoever has got the virus in Bournemouth, obviously fingers crossed and prayers that they recover and they stay safe and the family stay safe as well. But it's another reason why I'm apprehensive about the football coming back, to be honest with you. I think it's too soon. I really do. And I know the numbers are looking slightly more positive in the UK. But I've already said it, 1 death is too many deaths for my liking. I just think it's an unnecessary risk for our entertainment. Should we really be putting people at risk? I don't think we should. But we all know money rules the world and it will be back. It will be back. I would rather spend more to keep a Garlo than sign Josh King. Different kind of players. King obviously is quite quick, he's strong, he can finish, but Igalo for me is a better finisher. He's more of a hold-up player. I think he brings us something a bit different, which is why I like the idea of him. Trade Martial for Werner, would you say, for Hull? I'll get stick for this, but I actually would. Martial, I like him, but he blows too hot and cold for my liking, and I've already said that many times. I think I call him Anthony Partial, and I call him that because some games he's absolutely fantastic, and other games he's non-existent. He's not consistent enough. I think having obviously Pogba back, getting Bruno in the team, of course, is a bonus, but having Pogba back as well, and then Rashford back, I think we'll get the better out of Martial, and I'm hoping that he can go leaps and bounds and he can improve. But yeah, I love Werner, but like I say, I think he's destined to be going to Liverpool. But I would do that. I genuinely would, and I know I'll get stick for that. But Partial, he's too hot and cold for me. Wealth over health, says Alex. Exactly. Makes a quote from the other day. Wealth over health. Hello to young Guna. Hope you're good. I know it's too soon, but I feel like the Watford player said if he didn't get tested, he wouldn't have found out. Said Nathan. Exactly. Some people don't show symptoms, don't forget. Some people don't show them. But the thing about that Watford player, obviously, Mariappa was the name that came out. I genuinely think that Troy Deeney speaking out, it drew a lot of attention to it. And Troy Deeney is close friends to Mariappa. They're both obviously Fresh Ego Kid. They're both sponsored by that. They're both are close friends. I think they live near each other as well. If Troy Deeney didn't stick to his guns and he did go in, he would have been training alongside his mate Mariappa. It was right to speak out and do what he did. And I've already said that. I feel passionately about what Troy Deeney has said because they're humans at the end of the day, and I completely stand by the football players who are refusing to play. They're not key workers. It's not essential that they go back. So why on earth should they be risking it? Lon Pereira for a bag of hot chips and a sausage roll and pay for Tonali. Mohammed, yeah, we'll do that. Making me feel hungry then. If Sancho comes in, Dan James completely loses his spot. It does record, but Dan James, I think, is more effective as a sub anyway. Coming off the bench against tired defenders, I think he can be an absolute nightmare to play against. And so I think, yes, Dan James didn't expect to come to United and be a starter as well, as he openly said that. He didn't expect to be playing as much as he had been. So I think Dan James dropping to the bench isn't a major. I think he would be okay with that. And like I say, I think he'd be a weapon off the bench as well. A bit like Wolves used to use Adama, bring him off the bench against tired legs. And he can punish you, and I think that's what we'll do with Dan James. I really do. And I think Dan James will be okay with that. He'll start in probably cup games. Koulibaly and Sancho are the two players we have been linked to in the press today, even though I don't always believe them. I don't believe them, but those two signings I would be absolutely satisfied with. Two great signings. Do you like Rustler burgers? You know what, Twisted? I'm not a massive burger fan. I actually am not. I prefer a chicken burger, but I have had the odd Rustler. And they're all right, yeah. I'd say that okay. They're convenient, aren't they? That's the word for them. Dan James will be driven to improve if Sancho comes in. Exactly, competition for places is better, isn't it? Competition for places makes players play better. Brandon Williams came in, and Luke Shaw, we saw a massive improvement in his game. And I genuinely think it's down to the fact that he's been pushed for his performance. And even all over the pitch, if you look at the likes of City, they look to the bench, and they're subs just as good as the players that are starting. It's competition, it makes players improve. And I think we've lacked that for a while. That's why players like Lingard, Pereira, they've kind of been chilling a little bit because they haven't had much competition to come off the bench. And I'm hoping now that with all his signings, we can start to push players to perform. Julian Brandt for Pogba. Controversial. I want to see Pogba playing alongside Bruno Fernandes. We all know on his day Pogba can provide some world-class performances. We just need to see that day a bit more. And we have said that he needs quality around him. He can't do it all on his own. So I'm hoping that with Rashford back, obviously with Bruno in the team now, we can get the best out of Pogba. But I will say Brandt is a quality player. He makes Dortmund tick, doesn't he? He makes everything happen for him. I'm excited to watch him play against Munich tomorrow. But he's definitely a very talented player. But I don't want to swap Pogba just yet because I really want to see him playing with Bruno. Do you watch Angry Picnic on YouTube? I don't, Don. What is Angry Picnic? I'd like to know what it is. Who is your favourite female player? Mine is Leah Williamson at Arsenal and would have her over at Mustafi. Leah Williamson is a great player. I've met Leah a few times. Really good player. My favourite woman player, you know what? I'm going to say Lauren James at United at the minute. She's young and upcoming, but she's just such a talent. Like, she's an absolute tank as well. Like, she came on against City, transformed the game. And I think she's going to be a world beater in years to come. And I think I'm just really excited of seeing how Lauren James progresses. So, yeah, I'd probably say Lauren James. Thomas has also said Twitch is good for live streams. That's something that I'll definitely be trying. I'm going to research it a bit later, Thomas. And it might be that I'll do my first Twitch stream tomorrow rather than recording. I'm going to look at it after this, don't worry. But I will be getting FIFA out to you. Either way, FIFA tomorrow will be out to you. And I will tweet the score of this Palace game once it's done. It's still playing here. It's still playing. It's paused, but it's here. Still 0-0 at the minute. Yeah, Lauren James is mint. She's quality. My favourite all-time player was Kelly Smith. My idol growing up was Kelly Smith. Absolute baller, quality. Loved everything about her. But yeah, currently I'd probably say Lauren James. But there's a few players that obviously I'm fond of. Ellen White, to be honest with you, what a finisher she is. What a finisher she is. She's another one who's up there for me. I love the celebration as well. Check him out, very funny. I'll have to check it out, Don, definitely. Brandt contributed to all 4 Dortmund goals since the return of the Bundesliga. He's just a good player. He's quality. He's absolute quality. He's an intelligent player. And I used to think, I don't really get the hype in Brandt, but he's proved me wrong massively. He's literally proved me wrong. My score prediction for Dortmund, Munich tomorrow, I'm hoping Dortmund win, to be honest with you. Makes it a lot more exciting. So I'm going to say, Dortmund... It's going to be a close game. I'm going to say 3-2 Dortmund. I want a bit of a thriller. I'm going to go for a bit of a thriller. 3-2 Dortmund. Let me know what your score predictions are in the chat as well. Be intrigued to see how many people go for Munich on this one. Heard that we are thinking of signing Troy from Wolves. We want close to 100 million. If we pay 100 million for Wolves, we've had our pants pulled down, honestly. That is it. Wolves fans constantly tell me how frustrating he is. Yes, we see it in flashes. Don't get me wrong. His pace, he's electric. And he's strong and he's almost unplayable sometimes. Sometimes is a key word there. I've already said Anthony Martial. I don't want players who blow hot and cold too much. I want players who are consistent. And if you're looking for a quality player, Sancho is leagues above Adama Traore. Adama on his day is a world beater, but you don't see it enough. And I said this before, but it's been confirmed by Wolves fans as well. He kind of beats a man, then he has to wait. to kind of beat him again. And it does that a lot. And if you watch him and you analyse him, he does it all the time. And I would find him so frustrating to play with as well. He's a good player. And if we can't get Sancho and we got a Dharma in, yes, but 100 million is absolutely stupid money for me. Sancho all day, definitely. Sophie, I can't wait for Bayern versus Dortmund. Hopefully Sancho versus Davies. Davies is another one of the players that I really admire. Young player, quality. Scotty's asked him, I'm doing a watch-along for the Dortmund and Bayern game. You know what, guys? I can do a watch-along if you'd like me to. I can do it in the format that I'm doing this now, and I can just have the game on there. If you would be interested in seeing that, I know a few channels are doing a watch-along, which is why I haven't suggested it. If you guys will be tuning in, obviously, of course, I'd be more than willing to do that. Andy Cole versus Shearer. Is Cole the better striker? Shearer's the top scorer in the Premier League, man. You can't take that from him. I'd always be biased towards Andy Cole because of United and whatnot. But if you're looking at the facts, you'd have to say Shearer. I actually watched Shearer's soccer box the other day as well. And some of the goals that he has scored, they're not all headers, you know. They're not all headers. But, of course, I love Cole. But it sucks to be at work. Are you going to miss it, Doug? Do you miss it or are you still going to be working? Davis at Juve, says Roberto. Davis at United. I can't believe that we let that one slip through our fingers. It's just another example of us just letting one go. But what a quality player. Let one go. I don't mean by a fart, by the way. Probably a bad phrase to use there. Sophie, do you play any musical instruments? I can play the triangle. Ding. That's about it. Now, I would love to be able to play instruments. The only thing I can do is rap. And I'm not a serious rapper, as in I record or anything like that. But I can actually rap. Like I rap to the kids at work and stuff. If I need them to remember something or particular quotes, quite often I will rap. So that's one thing I will say I do. But in terms of that musical talent, I have absolutely zilch, sadly. My nan always tried to get me to play farts again, Mark. I know it's a regular theme here. My nan always tried to get me to play guitar. She bought me when I was a kid, but I just can't do it. But I have got tiny hands, so I struggle. I can't do anything like that. And coordination has obviously got a lot to do with it as well. But Cole has more trophies as United way. Yeah, he does. I know. But I think trophies you'd associate with a whole team. Top goal scorer is on Shearer, isn't it? So, yeah, it's tough to call between them both. I would always be biased towards Cole because of United, but I think when you look at it from a neutral point of view, then I think you probably have to say Shearer. But some of his goals that he scored, I was blown away, honestly. Quality. They're not all headers. And you associate Shearer with headers, don't you? And obviously the one-arm celebration. Do the watch along, says Alex. Yes, Fred Hakimi is on loan at Dortmund. I want Dortmund to win. 2-1 Dortmund. 2-2 says Alex. Yeah, I was tempted to go with a draw. 2-1 Bayern says Rahul as well. Favourite all-time player was Claire Rafferty, the best female left back I've ever seen. Yeah, Alex Scott was also a very good fullback, to be honest with you as well. Very good fullback. Sophie, do you have any plans to visit Durham? Yeah, I would love to go to Durham, but when all this is over. No, honestly, I've never even contemplated Durham. Is Durham even a nice place? Is there anything there? I don't even know. Justin says, Sophie, can you cook? I can cook, yeah. I'm more a baker, though, I'd say. I love baking, as I've already mentioned before. But getting flour at the minute is an absolute mare. You cannot get it anywhere. Unless you want to buy a 16-kilogram bag off Amazon for 16 quid or wherever it is, you can't buy flour. It's an absolute joke at the minute. Haaland is trying to be a BTEC. Zlatan, yeah. You know what, Haaland as a player, I really like him, but I've seen some of his interviews and I don't know if he's just socially awkward or if he is a bit of an arsehole, to be honest with you. I don't know, he seems a bit rude in some of his interviews, but I don't know if it's just because he doesn't like doing them, so he's a bit socially awkward. I can't quite work it out yet. But he has got that hint of Zlatan in him, definitely. Can't beat some good brownies, says Roberto. Brownies, yes. I made some chocolate bourbon brownies not long ago and they're absolutely banging. Might have to make some more brownies at some point. Galvatron says Durham is a nice place. I'm sure it is. I know it's quite posh, isn't it, around there? So I'd imagine it is quite a nice place. It's just, is there any landscapes or sites that are famous for people to see there? You discussed players that we'd let go too soon yesterday. One player, in my opinion, was Yapstam. Yeah, Yapstam was definitely another one. I said PK as well was another one. Pogba, you could argue as well. Chicharito, Van Persie. There's quite a few players that, in my opinion, been let go far too soon. Callum says, Sophie, do you play PES or Football Manager? I've got PES on my PS4. I played it for the first day. I got it, hated it, haven't played it since. Football Manager, a few people have asked me to do a stream on it, to be honest with you, but it's just, I never liked it as a kid. There's too much writing. It kind of missed out the fun part for me, and that's playing football. But I'm quite looking to doing a stream because I know there's a lot of people playing Football Manager at the minute and people bigging it up. So we'll wait and see. Twisted is baking right now. Love that. Turkish halloumi and cheddar puffs. Love it. Pez is boring, says Pecan Mad. Yeah, yeah, it's just not one for me. Ruud van Nistelrooy is better than Shearer. He was let go way too soon. Van Nistelrooy, yeah, Van Nistelrooy was top tier for me. Absolutely quality. I mean, if you're looking at best strikers in the Premier League, I mean, Henry would have to be up there as well, wouldn't he? Henry, absolutely quality. For me, Henry probably is number one, and that's hard to say, but he created a style of play. He was a brand as well as a player, and he was one of the first to do that. HG says Presley's too slow for me. Yeah, it's just, the gameplay isn't too bad once you get used to it. But it's the menus and stuff like that and the navigation. I just didn't like it. I really didn't like it. It just wasn't for me. And this FIFA, bear in mind, is for me one of the worst ones they've made. It's terrible. Terrible. Since this lockdown, the amount of tweets I've seen just saying scripted or EA Sports sort it out, so moaning about FIFA, some of the glitches I've seen as well. It's not a very good game. How this got through all the tests and whatnot, I do not know. Surely it could have been better. Sophie, do you remember the Manchester United player called Rodrigo Posibon? Yes, I do, Sam. Obertan as well. Remember Obertan? What? I think Haaland is just cocky and overconfident. That's how it strikes me, Fred. I know a lot of people saying he just doesn't like doing interviews, but I don't know. I think he does. I think he likes talking that way. But it's early days. Maybe I'm wrong. So still waiting on the cooking show. Should cook my favourite lasagna. Didn't Mark do a lasagna not long ago as well? I do love a good lasagna, to be fair. Mohammed, I will sort it. Don't you worry. I've been trying to sort my FIFA streams first, and I still haven't done that. But yeah, we'll keep working. I'm going to look at Twitch for tomorrow. Durham, yeah, isn't it Durham Castle? Is that where he took his wife? Is that where Cummins took his wife? Apparently, I think that's where he did for a birthday. Let's have a look what you guys are saying. So, if you've ever run a marathon, I haven't run a marathon, no, because I'll be honest, I play football, but long distance running, I hate it so much, which is why I've got a bike, because I love to just cycle. But long distance running, I hate it. I find it mind numbing. These people who enjoy it, I'm just like, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Doug, thank you so much for that super chat. It really does mean a lot. I appreciate it. It keeps me going. Such a shame technology strikes again. YouTube is really acting up recently. Hope you have a lovely day today. Keep smiling. Lots of positive vibes. Doug, appreciate that. Thank you so much. I will always keep smiling. You know that. It's one of these things, isn't it? I just want to get the content out for you guys. But as long as I can still talk to you this way, at least we're still keeping in touch and keeping something going. So, yeah, focus on the positives. But thank you for that, Doug. I really appreciate it. So, thoughts on Luke Chadwick and how his mental health was mocked by his appearance. It goes back to that media thing as well, and that bullying in society, like it's accepted, and then when something goes wrong, it's like, oh no, we shouldn't accept that. It's terrible. Mental Health Awareness Week and all that as well. It's horrible, and nobody should be mocked for how they look, in my opinion. It's wrong. People are born the way they're born, and that's it. Like, be respectful to everybody, no matter what. I really think it's disgusting. I hate it, and the same with trolls. People don't realise, like, that's why I pay little attention to it. Very rarely do I respond, because they're just going to get you down, and that's what they want to do. They're winning if they do that, so just take no notice of it. But it's hard. It is really hard. I don't play PES, but it's beating FIFA every way now. FIFA has declined for years. Yeah, FIFA has this year in particular really declined. I will definitely tune in for a watch-along, Bundesliga watch-along. So, okay, Thomas, love that. So that's a few people now have said they will tune in if I do a watch-along tomorrow. If we didn't have a lockdown, where would United be? I'd say top 4. I think the form that we had hit before this, and I just hope that we hit the same form afterwards. And obviously that's not promised to happen, so it'd be interesting. But I would say we'd be maybe 4th. Maybe 4th. United Stand is the best YouTube channel. I respect them more. Don't know why people laugh at Mark when he plays FIFA. Mark is very entertaining when he plays FIFA, and I think he knows he's entertaining, but it's such good entertainment. And yeah, United Stand are going from strength to strength, and fair play. Obviously, I'm really close to everyone at United Stand, and they're doing a great job there. And big up to the United Stand, definitely. I thought Sandro was going to end up at United for a couple of years. Yeah, I thought that as well, to be honest with you. I thought the same thing. What's your favourite position? Mine's CDM or centre-back whenever I play, and I hate it when I was forced in goal at school. Yeah, I was never forced in goal because I was shocking in goal. But I do like playing CDM because I like to dictate the play. So that's what I've been doing quite a lot, is playing a CDM or even a cam, because I'm a bit of a playmaker. But yeah, I'll probably say CDM is my favourite. CDM is probably my favourite because I like to dictate the play. Mark is a laugh on FIFA, he is. Rahul is up for the watch along. Love that, Rahul. Brilliant. So you can get the 92 retro shirt from the Football Corner. I got one a while back and they're really good quality. I'll have to check that out, Dom. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I have ordered me a few retro shirts, to be fair. They haven't arrived yet, though. Bank holiday today, so it's unlikely. But hopefully this week we'll get them, half term and all that, so I'm hoping to get them this week. Goldbridge Cooks are very entertaining. Yeah, I've seen bits of them. Very entertaining, Roberto. I think Mark is just really entertaining, isn't he? That's the thing that forced me into goals, and I was crap in goal. I was trying to kick everything, honestly. I'm terrible in goal. Twisted Baba says Football Terrace and Selfish Channel are top. Love that. Love that. I will be working quite closely with the Football Terrace in weeks to come. Big news coming there. Mohammed says played left wing or striker for my uni team. Love that. Morning to Mal. Morning, South. To think he used to be a striker. I know with age I've kind of got slower and dropped deeper and deeper, but CDM is the deepest I will drop because I cannot defend. You associate a CDM with someone who can defend. That's not me, and I think Mal will definitely back me up on that one. It's not me. Do you sell your channel's merch, says Twisted? I do, yeah. I've sold a few of my t-shirts. I just don't really promote it that much, really. I'm a bit rubbish at doing that. I've got hoodies and t-shirts. If any of you guys are interested, then of course, holler at me. Drop me a DM or drop me a message or drop a comment on the video if you want to know about the merch. Quite good. It's got the little cartoon of me on it, or we've got the Sofa Meg Show ones as well. So if you're interested in some merch, definitely I do sell it. I just don't promote it that much. I should get better at that, really, shouldn't I? I seriously want to know what Mark's wife's reaction is to his FIFA rants. I'm guessing she just laughs. I'm guessing she finds it hilarious. You've got her, surely. You've got her. I think Mark is more entertaining against Burnley more than anyone else. Yeah, I heard that. Didn't he lose to Burnley and then I beat them on the same day? I didn't realise that. That was quite funny. Spot on, defend no, but playmaker, defo. Yeah, Malk, I'd agree with you on that one. I'm not the best at winning the ball back, but I like it when I've got the ball. I really enjoy and I look forward to you and Meg's debates. Love that. Of course, we've got the ladies in red next Sunday as well at 11 o'clock, and that'll be me and Meg as usual. We're joined with Emma Edgar from That United family, and we're joined by Nicole United. She stands as well, so it should be a really good one. I'm expecting a lot of debates on it, a lot of outspoken opinions, and it should be really entertaining. So I hope as many of you guys can join us on that show. I'm really excited to get a bit of girl power on the channel. Sophie, how many signings are Man United going to make in the summer? I'm going to say 2. I think if we get Sancho, maybe one other. Sancho and maybe one other. I'm hoping that we ship some players out as well, of course. Like to Phil Jones, I'm hoping won't still be here. But he's like a piece of the furniture now, isn't he? It's like a piece of the furniture. Do you think Arteta will be a success at Arsenal? All I see is a puppet who loves useless Ozil. Arsenal should have went all in for Nuno. I do think Nuno at Arsenal would have been mad, but realistically, why would Nuno go to Arsenal right now? He's got a great project at Wolves, great owners, they've got money, they could be getting into Europe. The closest getting into Europe than what Arsenal are, that's for sure. I don't think he would leave Wolves to go to Arsenal. I genuinely do not. I think Arteta, for now, is the right guy for them. I think they're in a period of transition. If I was an Arsenal fan, I've got to be honest and say I'd be worried. Because you look around and they've not got a lot to build on. I think they need to get rid of a lot of players. And obviously they may have to sell their best player in Aubameyang, rumours are, after this pandemic. So it'd be really interesting. But I think for now, I think Arteta is the right guy. A bit like with Ollie, for now he's the right guy. Long term, I think he's yet to improve himself. But definitely, I think he was a positive addition to that Arsenal, to the club. I really do think that. But I think the lack of cojones, as Troy Deeney says, in that Arsenal team, the lack of quality they've got, I think it's really worrying. And I'm not saying this to banter Arsenal fans. I'm being completely genuinely honest. I think that a lot of changes need to be made. Mohamed says Poch to Newcastle. How mad would that be? Saeed, I think, would absolutely cry. I think Saeed would have to go into hibernation and not come out for months because he's going to be heartbroken if that happens, honestly. Dwight from Trinidad, I appreciate that. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you're doing well and staying healthy too. Who do you think the worst Premier League manager out of all 20 teams? Who's the worst Premier League manager? Woo! Sean Dyche, man. Just because I hate Burnley. They just don't do anything. They just stop. They rely on Ashley Barnes to get a scrappy goal. They just don't seem to do anything except for goalkeepers having a worldie against United. So I'm going to say Dyche, even though he obviously has kept Burnley in the league for a long time. I'm only saying that because I hate the style of football. I hate the way they play. But yeah, that's a tough question, that is. That's a tough question. Obed says, what's up, Soph? Hope you were good. Bloody Burnley. Exactly, bloody Burnley mess. They're just a team of blockers and stoppers. That's all they do. They just... Who pays for a season ticket to go and watch Burnley, man? I couldn't... I couldn't deal with it. I literally couldn't deal with it. I thought Saeed is on standby to take over from McKenna or Carrick. Maybe he is, Mel. Maybe he is. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry I couldn't do the FIFA. I promise I will get it out in some form tomorrow, whether it be learning how to do Twitch or I'll do a pre-recorded one. But I appreciate you all for tuning in. I really do. Thank you so much. Please do hit the like on the video. Thank you for the super chats I've received as well. It truly does mean a lot. If you are new, please hit that sub button as well. Have a good day, guys. Keep smiling. Enjoy your bank holiday. I know I'm going to try my best to as well. Keep smiling. I am. Stay positive and hit that sub button. Subscribe to Hair Dry Treatment if you are new. Take care, guys. Thank you all so much. Cheers.